Terrance, man, it's good to get you back on here, man. You got a good fight coming up. But before we get into all of that, I just wanted to ask you some random stuff. Growing up throughout your athletic career, right? And in fighting, have you had some rivals, inside and outside of competition that you could reveal to us?
In high school, my rival kind of in my head, it was Bo Gleed from Moses Lake. We wrestled each other like 4 or 5 times, so that was like my rival right there. And then, um, in college for me, it was this dude named Matt Gay. He played at California State. That was like kind of my rival. We wrestled each other a few times. We had some close matches.
What did those rivalries do for you though? Like to improve you, to make you better?
Um, it was just like anytime they got me back, if I did get them back, I know I would every time. But if I wasn't able to get them back, I would get it by just outdoing myself in the season, like making sure I'm ranked like the whole time. Whatever I can do to out accomplish them if I can't get them back competition wise ever again.
That's the mentality you have now too. Is that something that you
Yeah, if
carry with
someone
you?
beat me, just I know they'll never beat me again. But like I said, I don't really focus on like rematching like that now.
Mhm.
Once the job that's done is done, and I move on, and the way I get that back is next time that I do get the opportunity to fight someone that's ranked out of my league, I'm gonna get the job done because I know it takes to compete at that high level and what cardio it's gonna take now.
All right. Well, you return to action August 6th. You're taking on Erick Gonzalez. A lot of people, I think, after you fought Drew Dober, they were thinking, like, okay, he fought Drew Dober. It was a crazy fight. Let's put him in there against another veteran or a notable name. Were you surprised by the name Erick Gonzalez when they offered him to you?
I was surprised about that, but at the same time, it's a good bounce back fight, so it was a easy yes for me. And then expect a dope call out after this fight if everything goes plan, Lord willing. I'd love to fight on the October 22nd card. That's the goal. So I'm training hard for that, and I'm gonna keep training hard until I crack the rankings at the end of the year.
What is your breakdown of his skill set?
I think what he does good is his cardio's good, and just like he's unorthodox, so he can catch people off guard. I think those are kind of the elements he brings to his game. But it's definitely nothing I've never seen before.
All right, and Gonzalez, he made his UFC debut against Jim Miller, and they won fight of the night. What did you think about how he performed against Miller?
He did good. He caught him once, rocked him for a little bit, and then he started getting cracked on with the left hand, and then next thing you know, he was he. It could have been a closer fight if he didn't do that wild like goofy kick, and then got smoked. But yeah, he was holding his own, so obviously he's a tough opponent if he's hanging with Jim Miller for a little bit. So we're taking him very seriously.
And your last fight, 8 days notice, you took your chance against a contender, didn't get the result you wanted, but man, there's got to be a lot that you learned from facing someone like Drew Dober. What did you learn?
Just how to be calculated when I got people hurt, and just not being bloodthirsty for the knockout. Because at the end of the day, it's about getting the full check. So making sure if I'm rocking someone, posting on their shoulder, and just seeing how they react if I drop them bad, and making sure if I see them trying to crowd me, actually looking to snatch up the neck. Just pretty much get my Charles Oliveira going on. Just looking for the submission and knockout at all times, actively, not just one.
And fighting at the apex, man, compared to fighting in an arena, does the atmosphere play with your mind sometimes? Like the
Uh, Not at all. I kind of like the Apex better because it's a little cage. So I think fighting there just plays into my game a whole lot better because I can really cut them off and I can really land at a high rate in the cage because there's nowhere they can really go.
How many steps does it take for you to get to the other side of the cage? Some people they're a lot quicker.
I do it like in seconds. It's like right when I touch gloves, I think I can make them hit the cage within like 3 to 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, man, because he's so aggressive and you know what I mean, like he doesn't really go to a decision. If it does go to a decision, he's usually in a pretty big war. You know, what are your expectations in this fight?
I want to show people I have cardio, so go later into the second, but towards the second, put him on his butt and then submit him.
Did you do your whole camp at Warrior Camp or did you work at other locations?
Right now I'm working out in Seattle just because I want to support my teammate Mark Coates out here. He's
Mm.
fighting a tour card this week. So, but my coaches and stuff are out here now, so I'm about to be training with CJ Phillips and Pablo again. Yeah, I was training with Coach Micah Brown. Dude's legit, so I'm glad I got to get a couple sessions with him.
Yeah, Coach Michael Brown, how long have you been working with him?
Just sometimes, but I known him for a while because
Mm.
my boy Carlos Lozoya used to train there. He's up and coming. Expect him to be in the UFC real soon.
Yeah, and you know, from the video that you posted, it seems like he has a lot of unorthodox or unique angles that he like throws strikes at. You know, what I mean, is that something that you want to incorporate more into your style as you know progress in your career?
A little bit. I'm kind of like already like that. I really like I said, cut the angles, but
Hmm.
he's definitely making the technique a little bit crispier. And like I said, I'm always eager to learn. So if I can learn any tricks from anyone, I'm always humble to learn.
Yeah, and you know, being a full-time fighter, man, it could be grueling on the body and your mind as well. You know, how much time do you spend on rest and recovery?
Rest is everything to me. I'm telling you, I probably after all the hard training, I'll probably sleep for like 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours, and I'll train again right when I wake up, and then I'll sleep the rest of the night. So like sleep is like I said is just as important as the workout.
And you know, there's other parts as well, you know, like strength and conditioning, diet. What changed you as an athlete when you started to incorporate certain aspects of training?
Now that I'm really stepping up the strength and conditioning, um, I'm really seeing a difference. Like now when I do the wrestling for multiple rounds, I'm not getting tired. Like, so shout out to Dylan Emery for that. And like, I'm just excited to just show the world like the new Terrance. So
Mhm.
they're gonna see a huge growth in fight IQ and just my overall shot selection as well.
And you know, right now the world is opening up, and they've been having shows, you know, they just had one in Singapore, right? They're having one in London soon, or they just did have one in London. You know, are you a fighter that wants to stay stateside to fight, or do you want to go internationally? Do you want to travel?
I definitely want to go international. Like I said, it's all goes planned, Lord willing.
Mhm.
Expect me to be competing on October 22nd. I went on that card. I don't care if it's the prelims, and I want to pick an excited name that I know they'll definitely have to put on the card.
What is it about the October 22nd card? That was someone in Abu Dhabi, right?
Just
Yeah.
everything. TJ versus Sterling. Um, what the else they have on that? The Ball Hall versus Sean Brady.
Mhm.
And then Charles versus Islam. Like, come on now, like just right there, I'll take my money.
Alright, you looking to be on a historic card in Abu Dhabi. That's
Yes,
basically it. And I think Abu Dhabi is tax free, I believe, so that's a
even better.
benefit.
Send me out there.
Get 2 checks and you get all your money. That's always
Yeah,
good.
straight up.
All right, man. Well, you're on your way up, man. August 6th, UFC Fight Night. Terrence, thank you so much for the time, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. Stay blessed.